All right, Saturday morning now, August 24th. Me and Royal are out here hunting this old property. Tax maps say the house was 1898, and Royal's calling me over. He says he thinks he has silver. What you got there? Yet. You see it? You see a rim? All right. Ready for the big reveal. Mercury Dime.
Awesome.
Cool. On the board.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. 20 something.
Nice.
What is it? You read it?
I can't read it through the phone, no.
All right.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Fist pump. So far I've dug a wheat penny and I just pulled an old Canadian cent. Not super old, but
20 something.
Nice.
We'll get you at the wrap up.
All right, here's my first cool find of the day. In here with these two rusty nails, the Equinox was able to pick out this thimble, and it's confirmed right on the front. It actually says sterling. Sterling number 9. Awesome find. Happy to have that. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just got a bucket lister that was way at the top of my list. Earlier this year, I went into the year wanting to get a Standing Liberty quarter and a 2-cent piece. I knocked off the Standing Liberty a few months ago, and I just dug this. It was ringing. I've dug probably 10 or 11 memorial pennies, and this was ringing the same exact number. 25 on the Equinox. It looks like a beauty.
All the details there.
I mean, what a mixture. Digging memorial penny after memorial penny and then pop a 1800s coin. Just crazy. Love this hobby.
It's beautiful. That's why you dig it all.
Dig it all. Yeah, this is a very cool property here. Apparently, back in the day, it used to be like an old bed and breakfast. People would come up from New York City, stay here. This is like an old watershed tower. Got the main house. Got another building over here. Cleaned up that 2-cent piece a little bit. And it turns out the date is 1864. And it looks like it has a lot of detail on it. Nice piece. So happy. Let's keep digging.
End to the next, and on this part here, the end that was out so we could see it here, was all was flowers for my grandmother. All of her favorite flowers, but every vegetable you can imagine here. And I grew up being told, stay out of the pea patch. And we still say that to each other. And then, like I said, but in the early 1900s, so you had servants living up here and in that floor and in that floor. And
wow,
it's a beautiful painting too.
Yeah, it is.
She did good work.
She did a great job. Unfortunately, she passed away, the first to pass away. And if they were still around, this place would look exactly like that.
Awesome.
And you see this old stone down here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is like goes, again, this whole property's like goes so far, down to the, so it's so old. And another thing is that across the way there that you can't see, it's called the White House. This was called the Red House.
The White House is over there, yeah.
The White House
Yeah,
is
he
over
said,
there.
Charlie told me that was a really fancy house.
And that was also in our family.
Right.
So.
All right, so we just got a little history from one of the property owners, cousin of who currently lives here. They used to come up here back in the day, and she was saying that the people that used to come in the summers and rent the place or stay here were from Binghamton, doctors and such. It was a very ritzy place. I just dug a silver coin, and it's a Barber Dime. Looks like 1901. One dime.
Nice shape.
Find some good stuff today.
That's the thing.
All right, Royal found something. What you got?
We got us a buffalo. We don't date yet, if we even got one. But we can. You can see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Let's see if we can find us a date. No, that's gone. It was the highest relief on it, so it was always the first thing gone.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yep, still finding old coins. Gotta love that. All right, I had a nice deep penny signal and just dug myself an Indian. Looks like 1890. Hey, dude, I got your Indian.
Did you?
1890. I got.
Oh, there you go. 1890.
Nice and green.
That's beautiful. You're on a roll.
Got the 1 cent, got the 2 cent, got the 1 dime. So very cool old property. I guess this is what I was told was the servants' quarters back in the day, when a couple doctors and their families used to come up here and stay at this place. Over there's the pump house, and people would sometimes even sleep up there. There's another guest cottage, and back here is the main house. So there's a lot of activity a long time ago. Got a beautiful pond over here, but it was like a bed and breakfast to the doctors. I just dug this thing. It says lawn comb, the American Fork and Hoe Company. All right, I just dug this cool bell. I'm not sure. At first I thought it was probably old considering what else I've dug today and the looks of it, but then on this side here it says made in India, so I'm not 100% sure. I dinged it, unfortunately. And then separately there was still ringing in the hole, and I found this, which must have been the little dinger part. Hung from a string or something. Still a cool find. Happy to have it. Alright, so I was just digging this deep penny signal, and I got a coin here that I don't recognize. I believe it must be some kind of foreign coin. Gonna have to clean it up, see if we can get a date and any more information off that. Royal's digging through his pouch. He said he found something. Oh, V-nickel. What is it, 1909? Cool. So you got the Buffy and the Nickel Slayer.
What the hell that could be?
It's a spur. No, I don't know what that is.
Part of an old car.
Well, I found part of it. Is it yellow? Is it yellow? I found the other part of that.
Yeah.
I found a cool bell.
A buckle. I'll hold it in this. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It says made in India on it. I don't know if that... And I dinged it.
That's, wow.
First, yeah. Good
Jingle,
job.
the dinger's gone, but...
I actually have the dinger.
Do you?
In my pocket.
Oh, wow.
It was separate. It was right there.
There you go.
That was in the hole with it.
Nice. That's sweet.
Yeah. That's about the only thing I found on the other side of the house. Hey everyone, it's Brian here. It's early Saturday morning, August 31st. I just got out to a school field here and dug a couple Pepsi bottle caps, and then my very first coin, I have a silver. It comes in the form of a war nickel. Let me flip you around and show you. Alright, these were my first two finds. I actually love this font in this one. Cool. You don't see that one as much. And then this is my very first coin. I've been here for maybe 10 minutes. It's 1943. Looks like a P. Way to start the day when you dig a silver as your first coin. Let's see what else we can get. Alright, after that war nickel, other than modern coinage, I dug 3 wheat pennies, mostly 30s and 40s I'd say. And then just now I popped another war nickel. So I'm having a 2 war nickel day. Probably somebody came through here and got all the big silver and just left nickels and pennies. This one looks like a 45 P. So I got a 43P and a 45P. Double war nickel day. Cool, I'll take it. All right, and now a buffalo. I'm dialed in on the nickels today. Only have a few more minutes, so I'm not sure what else I can get out of here on the way to the car. We'll see. All right, Brian here with a quick little wrap up of August. It turned out to be a great month. Started off slow. I think it was like the 14th or something that I got my first silver of the month, and really was able, after a slow July, to get back into detecting. A lot of things started settling down. It got cooler out, a little wetter out. Was able to get some more hunting in. So let's flip you around and just review the month. Yeah, so I ended up with 6 silvers by the end of the month when it was all said and done. Had 2 Barber Dimes, 2 Mercury Dimes, 2 War Nickels. Then I had 3 Indian Head Cents, 4 Buffalo Nickels, 2 V Nickels, and with those War Nickels, that was like a nice nickel month. Bucket listers. In some past videos, I had some thimbles that I thought were possibly silver, but none of them were actually confirmed to be silver. I think they're actually aluminum. This one flat out says sterling on it. Sterling number 9. I believe that could be my very first silver thimble, confirmed. Another bucket lister that I didn't know was on my bucket list is this Bank of Montreal half-penny token, which I always said that I liked to get some old Canadian coins, some large cents or something. I didn't even know what this was when I dug it. It wasn't like I didn't have Bank of Montreal half-penny on my bucket list, but it's, you know, to me, anything I've never dug before is like checking off a bucket lister. And then, of course, the 2-cent piece. That was actually on my list. That was top of the list. Nice and green. Lots of detail. Love this side. And then some cool oddities. This bell. Turns out the place where I dug this, they had goats. And they think it's an old goat bell. Got this crotal bell at the park. Rings. Little doggy, old car. So, well, nice, well-rounded month. Did great. Looking forward to fall. We always have a great time detecting fall. Find some good stuff. Things start to cool down, and in a sense, things start to heat up. So, thanks for watching. Oh, forgot to mention this. This is the Yankee Robinson. Turns out it's a Civil War token. I think I got a date off of it, and it was 1869. And the home where I detected this at and found it at was in DeRidder, New York. And we found online a little story about how Yankee Robinson actually spent time in DeRidder, New York, and conducted some business there. It's an old story about how he came through with his cart of horses, and yeah, it's very interesting to actually tie him to the because it's a traveling circus is what Yankee Robinson had, but this actually ties him to not just being with the circus in town, but actually spending some considerable amount of time in doing business in the area. So that's cool. Some local history. Alright, gonna wrap this up. Thanks for watching.